Okay, obviously poor job by me. Poor job by our organization. Credit to Middle for doing what they did. So that being said, questions.
Mario, what do you tell your team after a game like that? Obviously, very disappointing loss. What do you just tell them after that?
The truth.
Which was?
They coached better than us. They played better than us. They were better. We didn't do a good enough job. There's no excuse. A real man look in the mirror, do something about it, and don't let it allow any cracks to happen from the inside. We all came here for a purpose and a reason. We got a lot of work to do. The truth.
It seemed like some of the things you guys have done well so far this year, run game, some defensive stuff, just kind of was not there at all today. Is there, and I mean, obviously, Middle Tennessee gets credit for that too, is there an explanation for that? Do you have, I'm sure there's a lot of answers for it that you'll have to look through, but just.
Our run game was nowhere near what it has been. They had an extra man in the box, but we still didn't block them as well as we need to. We didn't hit it as hard as we need to, and scheme it up as well as we need to. Credit to them for putting an extra guy in the box. We RPO'd it some of the times, had some success. Started slow, real slow. About as bad as the first quarters you can have. No excuses. Give it to you straight. So.
Mario, what's wrong with Tyler? That's not the guy that we remember seeing last season in this offense. Any rhyme or reason why he's struggling right now?
Scheme change. It's different. Some things with it are different. Obviously, most of over 65% of his receiving production is gone. And then an injury to Xavier is having us develop guys that are working hard to get better. So we got to do a better job setting them up for success and doing things offensively that allow us to have a more successful, a more productive passing game.
Obviously, you got 2 weeks before the next game, plenty of time. I'm sure we're all going to be talking about quarterback and what you do there next. But can you talk about what Jake did well when he came in?
He did. He provided certainly some big plays. Threw the ball well. Created some opportunities for us to go down there and score. Did a really good job.
Tyler, his accuracy also, I mean, again, scheme change I'm sure has part to do with that, but is his confidence shaken, his mechanics off, there's stuff like that you guys have seen too?
Well, I can't throw. That guy's a great competitor. He's a great player, and I'm not going to use this opportunity to throw anybody under the bus. I think when come on, man, these things they're brutally difficult, but they're non-excusable. So, and as a coach, if you're worth an ounce of integrity, you certainly don't put it on your players. We got a long ways to go. I knew we had a long ways to go upon arrival, but we have a little bit. The progress that we have made in some respects, I feel like certainly we've regressed, and we got to do a better job.
Emotionally, I mean, it just seemed like they came out so flat. Did you sense that there was something wrong pregame at all with the energy? We
practiced well. Thought pregame went as it always goes. We pushed them hard in pregame, and we get the ball. We had the interception, hold the field goal, and then they bat ball for a touchdown as well. So they created some momentum early. And our special teams really didn't create something until later in the game, so field position was what it was. And we didn't get the ground game going like we always do. And red zone first quarter, I believe, ended up with 3 points as well. So went another quarter without scoring a touchdown. And then, we got some things going late, but they started getting us on explosive plays. They got us, I believe, 3, 4, 60-plus yard touchdowns, caught us in man coverage and got behind us. So credit to them for scheming it up. We got to do a better job coaching up our guys with technique, and then we got to play better.
Coach, with that, can you explain more defensively with those big plays, just what happened on those?
Man coverage. You can check the film. There's no sugarcoating it. We got to obviously scheme it better or analyze matchups better, right, to help our players be as successful as they can be. They got behind us, good throw, good catch, but they got behind us.
When watching the film, did you see a threat with their wide receivers versus our DBs and watching the film this week?
We always thought they were a good passing operation. I mean, they've thrown for a significant amount of yardage, and have always been an excellent passing attack. The ball's gone, so your pass rush, for the most part, negated. It's out of there. So, and the quarterback ran a couple times. that extended drives where we should have, you know, but, excuse.
Marco. A couple guys we saw left the game with injuries. I think Henry Parrish, Jalen Knighton, Tyreek Stevenson, Darren Porter. Do you have any updates on their status?
Yeah, the Jalen was an ankle. Parrish is being evaluated. Tyreek, lower extremity. I don't know how serious it was. Lou Hedley could not punt. He had a strain pregame, so Will Hutchinson. So those guys were down. Forgot who else we mentioned. Zion didn't play. Zion had to rest that knee.
I think Darren Porter too left. I don't think he came back in.
Darren Porter did. First time was got the wind knocked out of him. Second time it looked like a shoulder. He's going to reevaluate in there now. I don't think it's very serious, but we'll see.
Are you concerned
Last
about
question.
the leadership of the players? Obviously, there's so much you guys can do as coaches, but are there enough leaders in that locker room to pull you guys out of something like this?
Oh, there better be. I mean, if there isn't, you shouldn't play the sport. Not here at the University of Miami. You really got to be a man about this stuff. You know, you've got to be an adult about this stuff. All of us, every player, every coach, every person in the organization. It's just hard to take. And when I say that, I give credit to every opponent we play. Not downgrading the opponent. I'm not. But we had we should have played a lot better than what we did. And in terms of leadership, the only expectation is for everyone to show up and ready to get better and do their best and work harder. Because obviously what we have done is not good enough and isn't enough.
Mario, this week you guys are off. What happens now? Does it change because of what happened in the game, or what's the process now?
The process, we had planned to practice a certain way we always do in the bye week. We've had some very good success after bye weeks and previous stops, so that plan does not change. Guys have to step up in situations or position groups that are injured, but in terms of we practice hard. We practice hard during the bye week. It's a very competitive bye week in terms of good on good. And the amount of work that we do, we're also smart about it. Guys that are injured or are gimping around, we try to get them well. And we got to jump on our next opponent or the issues that we have had. So obviously with today's issues, we got a lot of work to do.
Great. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.